Did you know that Columbus was not the first European to come to the New World? Well, if not, you're going to find out today. Let's get started. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and I'm here to help you understand history just a little bit better. Today, we are going to be focused on the expansion of European colonies in North America. But be sure to stick around until the end of the video to hear about the first European that we know of who stepped foot on North American soil. But before we get to that, we should talk about the standard that we are focused on. You see, in Florida, our standard is SS.8.A.2.1, and it says to compare the relationships among the British, French, Spanish, and Dutch in their struggle for colonization of North America. Now, we're going to spend more time in class going over the specific motivations and what happened to those colonists that came to North America. But today our focus will just be on where they came from and where they settled. Let's start with the Dutch. These are the explorers who came from the Netherlands. Their involvement in American history is pretty short, so this will be pretty quick. Here we go. You see, the Dutch were looking for a route to Asia and landed in the New York area around 1626. The myth that they bought the island of Manhattan for cheap has some truths to it, but it is a little more complicated. For instance, the monetary value is what's debated, and a lot of people say that they bought the island of Manhattan for just $24. Well, what we do know, there's one document, is that they traded something for the island and that it was worth about 60 guilders, which, if you adjust for inflation, is about $950 today. That's still a great deal if you ask me, but get this, we don't know who they bought the island from. There are historians who believe that it was a tribe from Long Island who had no claims to the land that they just sold. I use air quotes there. They just sold the island, it wasn't theirs. Yeah, they just wanted to make some quick money. If you think of it like that, it makes sense. It gives reason as to why the asking price was so low. You know, pull the wool over their eyes, right? So whether it was an honest deal or not, the Dutch did not stay long before the British came and demanded the island from them. Now, at first there was no fighting, but it did end up taking a 2-year war where about 12,000 people died to settle it. But the final deal was the island of Manhattan for a small spice island in the South Pacific named Run. Tell you what, leave a comment below letting me know if I should make a video about the Anglo-Dutch War. Now, let's move on to the Spanish. They started in the Caribbean and moved west into Mexico. Now, I am going to make a whole video dedicated to their expansion, so look for the link up in the corner here. But I'll give you a sneak peek right now. I'll be talking about a man named Panfilo de Narvaez and a man named Cabeza de Vaca. It's a good story, just you wait. But back to the point. Eventually, the Spanish came to Florida and the southwest of what is now the United States, and as they expanded, they were looking for riches and also natives that they could convert to Catholicism. Now, the French, they filled the middle of the continent as they traded with natives for furs that they could take back to Europe. They were also competing with the Spanish for territory. Take a look at Fort Caroline as an example of this. The French, who were led by John Ribault, built a fort near present-day Jacksonville. The Spanish sent Pedro Menendez de Aviles to get rid of them. And long story short, it ended with a massacre at Fort Matanzas. Tell you what, here's another option for you. This could be another video I make, so again, leave a comment if you think I should make a video that's specifically about this story. Now, for the English, they mostly stayed on the Atlantic coast, okay? Everyone was filling in. Their settlements started in the middle of the Atlantic coast because they were trying to avoid the Spanish. Even after defeating the Armada, they were still pretty hesitant to be out in the open for fear of attack. Watch my video about Roanoke and Jamestown, hopefully that's his link right there, and you'll get more information on that. Now, eventually the English do spread out into their 3 colonial regions, but that'll be our focus next unit. Now, as you can see from the map, the puzzle pieces all settled in nicely by 1732. Now, things would change over time, but this is a good snapshot that we're going to leave on. But don't forget, we need to talk about the first European to come to North America. Almost 500 years before Columbus, the Vikings made their way across the North Atlantic from Iceland, Greenland, all the way to present-day Newfoundland. They left their mark, but they did not stay permanently. One reason for this is the fact that many of the diseases that other European nations, happened to bring through the tropical zone, brought through the Middle Atlantic Passage to North America, those diseases didn't survive the icy route, so the Vikings didn't carry the same deadly diseases. This caused fewer mass deaths of the natives, which allowed them to stand their ground and not allow for easy expansion. Now, of course, the Vikings explored and they did leave a legacy across the continent, but they eventually went home. Now, leave a comment below telling me what you think about the Vikings being the first Europeans to come to North America. Now, of course, I'm not forgetting the natives. They were already here, but I'm just focusing on Europeans at the moment. Let me know what you think, okay? And of course, while you're there, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Let me know what you like. Interact, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There's that little red button down there, go ahead and hit that. And while you're there, be sure to check out other videos like the ones you see to the sides over here, okay? I have other history videos. I have US history, I have world history, I have civics videos. I also have videos that I shoot in 360. So make sure you check them out because I know you are going to like them. All right, so for Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. I'll see you next time.